Hello guys, today we are talking about best places to visit in Hawaii. Hawaii's heat and humidity and easy-going Pacific Island air are simply aspects of what makes the state so exceptional. Possessing the highest points of gigantic volcanic mountain ridges extending from the ocean, these islands have a different and lovely scene that fluctuates from the distinct lunar surface of the Kilauea spring of gushing lava to rich green woods loaded up with colorful blossoms. Number 1. Pearl Harbor and USS Arizona dedication. Pearl Harbor is a public notable milestone and dynamic Army installation that procured its place in history for the 1941 assault, which killed 1,177 servicemen on the USS Arizona. The Pearl Harbor Guest Center has free confirmation and is the gathering place for visits, remembering transportation to the Pacific Flying Exhibition Hall for Passage Island, where guests can see World War II airplanes, see and curios, as well as experience setting down a plane on a plane-carrying warship in a pilot training program. Number 2. Elevated perspective on the famous Na Pali Coast on Kauai Island. The Na Pali Coast State Wild Park on the island of Kauai contains a portion of the world's most emotional scenes. These were well known in the film Jurassic Park, which shows a sensational shore with bluffs that appear to swell and the Mass of Tears on Mount Waialaealei, named for the manner by which many cascades sob from the slants of the mountain. Number 3. Volcanoes National Park. Situated on the large island of Hawaii, Volcanoes Public Park offers a novel, close-up take a gander at a functioning fountain of liquid magma framework where magma leaks from crevices in the earth. The encompassing scene is molded by cooled volcanic rock, both old and new, which has streamed over streets in a showcase of its relentless power. The recreation area has numerous things to see and do, including the Thurston Magma Cylinder, Decimation Trail, and the steaming Halemaumau Pit. During the area's most dynamic periods, vacationers get the opportunity of encountering the excitement of feeling seismic action, hearing the blast of gas outflows, or in any event, seeing a mainstay of debris getting away high up. Number 4. Haleakala National Park, Maui. Situated on Maui, Haleakala Public Park offers admittance to the latent Haleakala Well of Lava, which remains at north of 10,000 feet. Seas from the culmination stretch across the whole island and are especially lovely at the crack of dawn. The lethargic pit is uncovered, showing a lunar-like scene, while different regions of the recreation area are canvassed in subtropical tropical jungles, which are home to imperiled species. Guests can investigate the many climbing trails unreservedly or pursue directed officer-drove visits, and the more courageous can go through the night in the recreation area, encompassed by perhaps of Hawaii's most amazing scene. Number 5. Waikiki Beach and Diamond Head State Monument. Waikiki, with its wonderful stretch of beachfront oceanside, is Hawaii's greatest vacation destination. A suburb of Honolulu, Waikiki is well known for its huge retreats, eating, diversion, and shopping. The Waikiki Memorable Path incorporates noteworthy markers made of surfboards, enlivened by Waikiki's own Duke Kahanamoku, an Olympic gold medalist swimmer and energetic surfer. The footpath, known as the Waikiki Oceanside Walk, is fixed with bistros and diversion settings, while Kuhio and Kalakaua roads are where the greater part of the area's eateries and stores can be found. Number 6. Halawa Valley, Molokai. The island of Molokai's Halawa Valley is generally viewed as the most established settlement in Hawaii, with a little populace actually possessing the region in spite of far-reaching harm to the town from a tidal wave during the 1940s. The valley is loaded with rich tropical rainforests interspersed by an emotional scene and flowing cascades, for all intents and purposes immaculate by people. Number 7. Waipio Valley Post. Quite possibly the most beautiful spot on the huge island of Hawaii is the post over Waipio Valley. Encircled by rich precipice walls, the prolific valley opens out to the sea, where the dark sand oceanside is met with white waves and blue water. Climbing in Waipio Valley is viewed as probably the most incredible in the state, and a considerable lot of the paths are reasonable for fledglings. For an additional unique encounter, nearby aides give horseback riding voyages through the valley, permitting you to partake in the sights according to an alternate point of view. Number 8. Polynesian Social Place. Situated on Oahu, under an hour's drive from Honolulu, is the Polynesian Social Place. Through music, dance, make exhibitions, and games, the middle depicts the way of life and day-to-day existence of the Polynesian islanders in Hawaii, Tahiti, the Marquesas Islands, Tonga, Samoa, and Fiji, as well as that of the Maoris in New Zealand. The middle is partitioned into segments addressing every one of these areas. Large numbers of the entertainers come from the islands that they address, giving a serious level of credibility. Guests can visit the office during the day or see a show at night. Number 9. Mauna Kea. The most noteworthy mountain in Hawaii, Mauna Kea, on the large island of Hawaii, is a world away from the tropical heaven underneath. The highest point, which must be arrived at in an all-wheel drive vehicle, is much of the time freezing, with snow in the cold weather months. The Mauna Kea Observatory is a functioning examination office, which invites vacationers during light hours. Just master explorers ought to endeavor a move to the culmination on the 6-mile trail, which ascends to a height of 13,800 feet from the guest data station. Number 10. Hana Street. The emotional Hana Street, formerly named Hana Roadway, is a grand 52-mile stretch of parkway on the island of Maui that breezes from Paia through lavish woods and along the coast to the far-off town of Hana. This outing is advantageous for the touring along the staggering drive, what to do en route, and the visit to the actual town. Attractions along the course incorporate various climbing trails, cascades, picturesque ignores, and seashores. Number 11. Maui Sea Center. The Maui Sea Center permits guests an opportunity to see close-up what lies underneath the sea's surface and find out about the exceptional marine life and biological systems that encompass Hawaii. The aquarium's focal point is the gigantic Residing Reef, which is home to in excess of 40 Pacific coral species and a huge number of fish. The 750,000-gallon Untamed Sea display allows guests the opportunity to walk however a submerged passage, encompassed by sea life including sharks, stingrays, and other marine creatures. The Middle's Turtle Tidal Pond is another well-known spot, and in the background turtle taking care of experiences can be reserved. Number 12. Wailua Falls, Kauai. This staggering cascade is Kauai's most renowned, when highlighted in the initial scenes of the network program Dream Island. Situated on the eastern side of the island, this part of the Wailua Waterway plunges decisively in twin fountains down an 80-foot bluff prior to pooling and afterward racing to the ocean. Morning is the best chance to visit the falls, frequently compensating ambitious people with rainbows in the fog from the sun's new beams. Something else that makes Wailua Falls such a famous vacation spot is that it very well may be seen effectively from the roadside, so even travelers with versatility limits can completely partake in its magnificence. Number 13. Hanoma Strait Nature Save. Framed inside the cavity of a well of lava on the island of Oahu, Hanoma Cove is a remarkable safeguarded strait, which has been famous with swimmers for quite a while. After abuse made contamination and harmed the sensitive reef environment, rebuilding endeavors have re-established the sound to its unique quality, and it is again open to guests. The Hanoma Strait training community is an extraordinary spot to find out about the cove, and there are a few swimming rental shops that offer illustrations, so guests can see the stunning reef framework and its occupants very close. At one time, feeding the exotic fish frozen peas was something touristy to do. This training is not generally permitted. Likewise, to protect the region for people in the future, all first-time guests are expected to watch a 9-minute video on marine life, security rules, and safeguarding. Number 14. Waimea Ravine State Park. Waimea Ravine, situated on the west side of the island of Kauai, is frequently alluded to as the fabulous Gulch of the Pacific. The gorge extends north of 10 miles in length, arrives at profundities of 3,600 feet, and is a mile wide at certain places. This sensational scene can be seen best from the two fundamental posts, Pu'u Ka Pele and Pu'u Hinahina. The ravine scene highlights rock layers in differing tones and a few shocking cascades. Directed visits along the many testing climbing trails and boating visits that investigate the waterway underneath are accessible, and there are extra paths for all ability levels at the close-by Kokei State Park. Number 15. Yao Valley State Monument. The highlight of this notable journey site on Maui is a 2,215-foot tall stone named the Yao Needle. Guests will find very much kept ways that make it simple to see the needle and the premonition dark bluff, paralegal, that is close by. Notwithstanding its extraordinary shape and land includes, the site is saturated with social and profound importance. The legend says that the needle was shaped when the demigod Maui turned his little girl, Yao's admirer, into stone. Legend likewise cautions that the Yao Valley is home to manas, the phantoms of divine beings. Thanks for watching.